Right, Mark Yates living in the cup. First round, I think the expectation was that Tranmere, top half of League One, probably were going to be the favourites for that game, and you were quite happy to be the underdog. Is this more of a 50-50 game?
Yeah, I suppose it is. When you go to a team above in the league, I suppose you're always the one favourite, especially with it being away from home as well. So, yeah, we were the underdog and deservedly went through. The good thing about this one is that I think the players understand the task ahead. I think they understand the size of Luton Town. I've tried to emphasise they're a big club, massive football club. I went the other day and they got 5,000 people to a league game. You know, they've won trophies recently. You know, it's a big club, and for whatever reason they find themselves in that division, and it's going to be a tough game. Make no mistake about that.
Any clues from Tuesday?
Yeah, plenty of clues, but I haven't got a clue what team he'll play. He's changed it around. Listen, we have an idea. We'll have an idea of what we think they'll do, but you know, each manager makes decisions that he thinks is right, and Gary will do that for them. We'll do it for ourselves, and the main thing is our attitude. If we go in the right attitude, then we give ourselves a better chance. If we go in with the wrong attitude, and not applying ourselves like we've applied ourselves over the last few months, then there's a chance we come unstuck, and we don't need that, and the boys have been too good to throw that away. So I don't anticipate that happening. But, you know, we keep stressing how important that it is not to underestimate these teams. You know, I've been part of that team who beats a league team, so it's not something we want to be on the end of on Saturday. Interesting
that the atmosphere was bouncing at Oxford last week, and it will be bouncing at Luton if they get their tails up.
Yeah, I went the other night, and I say that they're well backed, well supported, and they'll want to get behind their players, and we've just got to make sure that we put in a performance that doesn't let them play, and we do what we do best. And if we do that, you know, hopefully our fans will have plenty to sing about.
Interesting, Gary Bravin said after Tuesday night he sensed that the fans were getting a bit frustrated, and in a sense that's music to your ears if you can frustrate them.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's almost, the cup's almost a separate entity in your life, and it can give them a new lease of life. It can just excite them, and we don't want to do that. We want to just keep doing what we're doing, and give them nothing to cling on to, and make sure we start the game brightly, and that's from now onwards, with our attitudes and with our energy and our performance.
Second round's a bit almost no man's land in the cup, isn't it? If you get through the first round, that's fine, but what you really want is to get into that hat for the third round.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, of course it is. But you know, that means you've got to win the second round, and we've got an extremely difficult tie, one that I said we won't take lightly, but one that we'll be ready for, and only then can you start thinking about enjoying whatever else in the third round. But you know, all our focus is on preparation for the next 2 days and making sure that everything is spot on for Saturday.
How clear are you about the position over the low knees? Has that all been tidied up so that you know who you can pick and who you can't?
I do know, yeah, and I'm not going to tell you. It might be good news, might be bad news.
Were you surprised by any of the outcomes?
Was I surprised? Yeah, potentially, yeah. So, and excited. So, I know where I'm going. I don't want to give anything away. No one's really saying anything, and I'm the same. I want to keep it to my chest, and it'll be a surprise for everybody.
Okay, JP.
Difficult to know where to go on that one if you don't want to give it away, but obviously you don't want to make too many changes to a team that's done so well in recent weeks.
Yeah, exactly, and hopefully we're in a position to do that. We've got a squad of players. If I have to change 1 or 2 changes, then fine. If I don't, then brilliant. I'm looking forward to Saturday. It's a big game. Hopefully we'll take a big contingent again to get behind the boys. You know, I know they enjoyed themselves on Saturday, and we're just asking for more of the same.
8 away it would be if you win, wouldn't it? 8 away wins in a row, and that's unprecedented, I think, at the club.
That's good. It's not about records. It's about winning on Saturday, getting into the third round, keeping the run going, of course, getting a bit of prize money and whatever else that it can bring, that can just carry on the momentum throughout the season, to be honest.
Yeah, a few good performances in the reserves on Tuesday.
I didn't go. I went to Luton, and it would have been impossible to get from one end of the country to the other, so I took the decision not to go. But the boys tell me that there was good performances all round. Disappointing that we got beat, but some decent performances from players who are desperate to get back in the team, and that's the way it has to be. We didn't send everybody down. We just sent the ones that we thought needed a game. We kept a decent sized squad here for training on Tuesday, so we could get a bit of work done, get a bit of just our minds onto Saturday. But that's not excluding the other boys. It was just a case of, right, let's let them go and get another 90 minutes or however long they could play, and just everything will be back in for today, and just keep up hard work and keep wanting to keep improving as a team and learning even more about each other and the way things can happen.
Yeah, main aim is obviously to keep the winning run going, but the prize money is significant at this stage as
well. Yeah, I mean
that's
of course. I mean, myself and the chairman and the board obviously think about that. Don't actually think about it. I don't think about it in my preparations, but it's always I suppose it's in the back of my mind, because I know what it can bring. If it's a decent prize money, you get half of the gate or whatever, a percentage of the gate, and it can mean so much. We made a profit last season, so I see on the back of a little cup run, a little game at Southampton where we got a good crowd and we got the prize money. So it's massive, but this year we want to use it as a springboard to keep and one going, and just there might be a few extra coffers come January to be able to do something. That's the aim, and we'll certainly be doing our best to make sure it happens.